continuously monitor your system during installation, we recommend you use a LoudMouth. A LoudMouth alerts you if a wire has been damaged or broken. It should be used along with a digital ohm meter. First, open the battery compartment and connect the included 9-volt battery. Replace the cover and turn the unit on. The alarm should sound and the red light should turn on. If not, inspect the battery connection or replace the battery. During normal use, the green light indicates that the LoudMouth is operational, monitoring your heating elements for damage. If the green light goes out, replace the battery. Next, make sure the power leads and the LoudMouth are not connected to any power source. If you are testing a single 120-volt mat, locate the colored wires in the power lead. Insert the black and the white wire into either the L1 or L2 terminals. Either one is okay. Tighten the green copper ground wire into the G or ground terminal. Hang the LoudMouth in a convenient location with the monitor switched on and the green light showing. If the red light and alarm come on, stop work and locate the damage to the heating elements. Pull the damaged wire free from the thin set and clean off 4 to 5 inches on each side of the damage. Don't try to repair the wire yourself. Call toll-free 888-432-8932 and ask for technical assistance. A LoudMouth can monitor up to 3 mats at a time. To connect 2 mats, connect the black wire from the first mat into the L1 terminal. Connect a white wire from the second mat into the L2 terminal. Then use wire nuts to join together the remaining black and white wires. Then connect all the ground wires together with a wire nut and a jumper cable that goes into the G terminal. For a 3-mat connection, connect the black wire from the first mat into the L1 terminal. Connect the white wire from the third mat into the L2 terminal. Then use wire nuts to join together the remaining black and white wires in series with one another. Then connect all the ground wires together with a wire nut and a jumper cable that goes into the G terminal. Remember to detach the LoudMouth and all connections between the heating elements before you apply power from your circuit box. If you are using the LoudMouth to test the 240-volt version of SunTouch, you will have a black, blue, and green set of wires. The black and blue wires connect to either the L1 or L2 terminals for a single set of elements as shown here. The green ground wire goes into the G terminal. For up to 3 240-volt mats, connect the black wire into the L1 terminal. Connect a blue wire from a different mat into the L2 terminal. Then use wire nuts to join together the remaining black and blue wires in series with one another. Then connect all the ground wires together into the G terminal using a wire nut and jumper cable. Then follow the previous instructions for testing and operating your LoudMouth. One important question is how much SunTouch you'll need. First, calculate the total wall-to-wall area of the room. Subtract the square footage of all built-ins. Multiply this number by 0.90. Round down to the nearest 5 feet. Then select one mat or combination of mats to fill in the area. Once you know where the mats will be placed, find a location for your control on an interior wall away from direct sunlight and other heat sources. Make sure the power lead will reach the control. If not, think about where you can locate a junction box to extend your power leads. If you have 1 or 2 mats, you can use a single gang extra deep electrical box. If you have more than 2 mats, you should use a larger 2 1/8 inch deep 4-inch square box. In all cases, don't group more than 3 mats on a single wire nut. Now make a connection to your power supply. We recommend a qualified electrician help you with this and that you install a dedicated circuit directly from your breaker panel following local codes. Or if a connection to your breaker panel is impractical, you may be able to tap into an existing circuit. Talk to an electrician to confirm that you have enough capacity for your new mats and everything else on that circuit. First, find a convenient outlet. Next, disconnect the power and use your ohm meter or other device to make sure the power is turned off. In this case, the power comes into and leaves the outlet by way of a pigtail connection. Fish the appropriate size Romex cable from your control location into the outlet electrical box. Remove the wire nuts and secure these new wires to the black, white, and copper ground bundles in your outlet box. Reassemble your outlet and put the cover in place. The other end of the new Romex connection will end up at your control location with about 6 inches extra. Cover the exposed white and black wires with wire nuts and do not energize the circuit. Now you need a clean surface to install the mat. Make sure there are no objects on the floor or fasteners protruding from the floor that might damage the blue heating wire. Carefully sweep the floor, or better yet, use a vacuum and clean the floor thoroughly. Then damp mop the surface to remove as much dust and debris as possible. Roll out the SunTouch mat to make sure it will fit the area you want to warm. Make sure the power lead factory connection is located directly below the control in an area that will be covered with thinset. Some people keep the mat several inches away from walls to protect it from trim fasteners. Where that's not an issue, you can place the mat tight against the curb or wall. At vanities, kick spaces, and toilets, install the mat directly below where people will be standing so their feet are warmed directly. Place the mat at least 4 to 6 inches from toilet drains so as not to soften the wax ring. Notice that the blue wire is attached to the top side of the mat with orange captures. When you have a choice, turn the mat over with the wire on the downside so it is less likely to be snagged with a trowel. Before you make any cuts to your mat, we recommend you perform a rough layout. Lay the mat out to the wall. Make 2 folds that represent the material necessary to make a back-to-back turn. Repeat until you have covered the desired heating area. Adjust the mat to the room, making it longer in some areas and shorter in others. When the arrangement is satisfactory, cut a straight line through the mat at every turn, stopping short of the blue wire. Unfold the mat, allowing both ends to lay flat on the floor.